Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host Chris. Thank you so much for joining me once again for another beer review. Today guys, we got a special beer from Surly. This is Surly 5, which is their 5th anniversary beer. Released a few months ago. It's an 8% brown ale, fermented 100% with Brett yeast, and then they aged it in some wine barrels. So very interesting stuff. This is a first for Surly. They've never done a sour beer before, so looking forward to this one. I got a feeling this is gonna be a funky beer. So without further ado, let me get this one to a glass that you guys know it smells, tastes, and give you the verdict on Surly 5. All right guys, so the appearance on the Surly 5, it's a dark brown where the light is hitting the edges of the glasses. I'm getting like a ruby red on there. Nice one finger off-white head. The bubbles on this thing are really big solid bubbles. Dissipating really quickly, as you can see in the video. Decent amount of lacing, nice alcohol on the side of the glass. Good amount of carbonation in there too. Hazy as hell, can't see anything through it. Barrel aging, Brett yeast, they're not gonna help that at all. So yeah, what I would expect. All right guys, so the aroma on the Surly 5. Yeah, right at the front, big sourness. It's like a vinegar sourness. A lot of funkiness in this one. It's that, you know, barnyard, wet hay type of aroma, just shining off this beer. There's some nice sweet, sour cherry aromas in this one as well. And I'm definitely getting that leather, kind of tobacco type of essence in this beer. Also just really kind of a deep, intense, funky smelling beer. Really nice stuff. All right guys, so the taste on the Surly 5, cheers. Wow, yeah. Whew. Right at the front of the tongue, massive sourness, a mouth puckering sourness, making a mouth water. Middle of the mouth, I'm getting more of the dark cherries, a sweet tart cherry kind of sweetness, a little bit of a roasted malt type of character, a little bit of that tobacco leather type of character coming through. Blends really, it helps to cut the sourness a little bit as it does hit the middle of the palate. Nice dry finish on this one. It's like a red wine type of finish. Aftertaste, definitely more sourness, more cherries, a touch of like a dark fruit, maybe a raisin. Definitely a decent amount of funkiness in there. There was more funk definitely in the aroma than there is in the actual taste. It's more of an earthiness than anything. Again, that really helps to blend with the sour and the cherry characters you get from this one. A little bit of the wine barrel coming through. There's a slight oakiness, but there's no tannins or anything like that. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. This beer is actually really interesting, and as it warms up, as I've had a couple sips of it, it starts to kind of change, and it's a constantly changing beer, which it's a very interesting sour. All right guys, so the final verdict on the Surly 5, 8% alcohol by volume, very limited availability. Guys, I'm gonna give this one a solid B. I think for a brewery that has never done a sour before, they really knocked this one out of the park. You know, it has all the classic characters of a traditional sour. It's got the, you know, the tartness, it's got the cherries, the funkiness, the nice dry finish. But it never really goes beyond that. I think that's where it gets the B. The wine barrels, you would have thought that would have added something to it. It doesn't. It's subtle, it's there, but it just doesn't, you know, step it up. Comparing this, you have to kind of compare it to some of the other sours that you've had, so whether it be Cantillons or Russian River that are really at the top of their game. This one is solid and stands with them. It just doesn't, you know, bring anything new to the table. So with that said, I would definitely try it if you've never had a sour. Again, Surly, never brewing a sour before. This is awesome stuff. So with that said, guys, remember, life is too short. Drink and making beer. Cheers.